Hey guys, what's going on? Mr. Epic Dragon 47 here. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about some top tier weapons for the Team Fortress 2 soldier. Now, most of these are in my opinion and how I use the weapons. I'll only be doing 5 weapons per slot, and that's pretty much it, so here we go. Let's start off with the primary slot. Number 5, the Mangler 5000. Mangler is probably the least used primary weapon for soldier. This weapon, the reason this weapon is good is because there are 5 rockets instead of 4. It does not need ammo, but the reload time is just a little bit slower. If all 5 shots are stored, you can charge it and it will do mini crits to anyone it hits, will set them on fire, and can disable enemy buildings for a short amount of time. But it does almost no damage to buildings whatsoever, and doesn't do as much damage to players. The reason this weapon is at number 5 is because it's very awkward to use in almost any situation, and to be honest, I've never met someone that has said, yeah, I'm really good with the Mangler. Number 4, the direct hit. This weapon is mostly used for newer soldiers that need to learn that aiming is the key to success. The rockets on this weapon move 80% faster than the regular rockets do, and do 25% more damage. If you hit someone that is rocket or sticky jumping with this weapon, it will do an automatic mini crit to them. Now you may be thinking, whoa, those are some great upsides. So why is this number 4? Well, it's number 4 because there's almost no splash damage. As the name implies, you basically have to get direct hits to do major damage. That is why it's used mostly to understand and learn aiming and timing, so it's more of a learning weapon rather than a killing efficiently weapon. Number 3, the black box. The black box is a great weapon to use for close-up and your face aggressive soldiers. This weapon gives you 15 health back for every successful hit. This means that if there's a crowd of people, you will gain 15 health from every person you just hit. It does the same amount of damage as the regular rocket launcher and the same splash radius. The only downside is that there are only 3 rockets, which at points can lead to your death pretty easily. Number 2, the rocket launcher. On this weapon, like all vanilla weapons, there's no downsides or upsides to it. It does 90 damage for a direct hit, and less depending on splash damage. For some reason, it seems to get random crits a lot, making the rocket launcher very powerful. Number 1, the Liberty Launcher. Yes, this is number 1. This weapon is basically the direct hit, black box, and rocket launcher put together. Fast projectiles, 3 ammo, same splash damage and damage as the rocket launcher. The Liberty Launcher is more for staying back farther and taking out people from longer range, because the rockets move faster and they get there quicker. Now, onto the secondary slot. Number 5, gunboats. Now, the gunboats don't do any damage, but they do keep you from hurting yourself while rocket jumping. This is a great secondary to use for people that want to rocket jump a lot and would like to train with combat rocket jumping. Number 4, the Conjurer. The Conjurer is a buff that when fully charged, it's almost like the Mad Milk because you and nearby teammates gain health from whatever damage you put out. The reason this is at number 4 is because you and teammates only heal 35% of the damage you put out. Number 3, the Reserve Shooter. This weapon does something that the other secondaries haven't so far. Does damage. It does the same amount of damage per shot as a regular shotgun will. It's kind of like a direct hit because it does mini crits to airborne enemies, but they don't have to be rocket or sticky jumping. There's also a faster weapon switch, so a good thing to do with this weapon is hit someone's feet, hit them with the Reserve Shooter while they're in midair. The downside is there's 3 shots instead of 6, which is a really big downside. Number 2, the Buff Banner. This is probably the only buff that is a good one. When it's charged, you and nearby teammates do 10 seconds of mini crits. It can output a lot of damage from you and everyone else on your team. The huge downside is that you have to do 600 damage to get the rage meter fully charged. Number 1, the shotgun. This is the best weapon to use because there are no downsides. It has 6 shots that do 60 damage if you're close up to someone. The shotgun should mostly be used for people that are right in your face, since the rocket launcher you are using will do damage to you too. And on to the last slot, melee. Number 5, the disciplinary action. This weapon makes you and any teammate you hit with it run faster for 4 seconds. It also has 70% longer range. It does 25% less damage as a shovel does, and it's not really a popular weapon. It's mostly for soldiers who don't use their melee weapon a lot, and so that they can get to the front lines faster. Number 4, the equalizer. Now, of course, before the equalizer was split up into 2 weapons, it was terrific. I'd put it at number 1 if I was making this before the Pyromania update. But anyway, this weapon deals more damage as your health decreases. At full health, this weapon does about 33 damage, but at, say, 1 health, this weapon does 4 times that. This weapon seems to get random crits a lot when at lower health, but I think that just might be me. When you have this weapon out, medics cannot heal, overheal, or uber you. The reason this is at number 4 is because this was the meh part of the pre-Pyromania equalizer. Number 3, the half Zatoichi. Okay, let me explain. When someone is killed by this, you will gain all of your health back. If someone else has a half Zatoichi out, you can one-hit kill them, and of course they can one-hit kill you. It's great when you and an enemy are at low health. You can take out your sword, kill them, get all your health back. Bad thing about this is the fact that it is honor bound, which means that once you wield it, you cannot switch weapons until you kill someone with it. Now, people steal my Zatoichi kills a lot, and you have to run around with it until you either kill someone or go all the way back to spawn. Number 2, the shovel. This is just the regular stock weapon for soldier, and just like all the regular weapons, there are neither upsides nor downsides to it. It does 65 damage per hit, and 195 damage with a critical hit. That's pretty much all there is to the vanilla shovel. Number 1, the escape plan. This was the other part of the equalizer that got split up into 2 weapons. This weapon does the same amount of damage as the shovel. When you're at low health, you run faster, but only when the weapon is active. When you're at full health, you run just as fast as the regular soldier would. When you have, say, 1 health, you run almost as fast as the scout. The only downside to this weapon is the fact that you cannot be healed, overhealed, or ubered while this weapon is active, which is perfectly fine. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Leave any suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you lovely people later. Bye.